Hi, and welcome to this test video where I will be testing out this recording format, this puzzle solving format. So the idea is that I will open a puzzle that I have never seen before and solve it on video, and maybe it might be interesting. Maybe we'll see. So for this, I wanted something that is fairly easy. It's not going to take me hours to solve. So I'm looking at the Puzzled Pint archives. If you've never done Puzzled Pint, it's very accessible, and I definitely recommend it for beginners. I'm looking at some of the older stuff, so 2013 was before I started, before it came to Boston, I think. So let's see. I'm going to pick the May 2013. This looks like Arrested Development, and I know that show pretty well, so maybe I'll be able to have an advantage here. So the way Puzzle Pint works is that there's always a location puzzle that you solve at home beforehand, before the event, so that you know where the event is. In this case, the location puzzle is called Carrier Pigeon. Go ahead and open that up. Looks like there was a Portland, Oregon version and a Seattle, Washington version. So before I get started on that, I'm going to start a stopwatch. I'm not going to be trying to solve this as fast as possible, but this is just so we can see how long it takes. Let's move that there. Okay, so let's get started. Start and open the puzzle. So I've never seen this puzzle before. Puzzled Pint, Arrested Development, May 2013. The title is Carrier Pigeon. We've got some flavor text or instructions here. Then it looks like we have a series of times and times and days of the week, and symbols. I'm going to make sure I'm not blocking anything here. Okay. Alright, let's start by reading the flavor text. The minimal security white-collar jail where George Bluth Sr. currently resides is definitely no penitentiary. The kind, soft-hearted security guards running it are about as far away from pigs as you can get. That being said, they still don't appreciate Job's trained magic doves acting as carrier pigeons, dropping coded messages into the prison yard. They intercepted the following messages this week. So Sunday at noon, this was a coded message that was dropped by Job's carrier pigeon. Okay, so this is a common kind of cipher that you'll see if you go to Puzzle Pint. Actually, I'm going to open up the info page, resources page on Puzzle Pint because they have the Puzzle Pint code sheet. And this lists several different kinds of codes that you'll use in Puzzle Pint and other puzzles. Yeah, this is a really good one. It includes Pigpen on the right here, which if you look at Pigpen, you can see that this is the same symbols that appear here. Okay? So what we need to do is translate these from Pigpen to regular English letters, and then we'll see what happens next. You notice that this was clued by the flavor text. They mention here penitentiary and pigs, and so that's pretty common that it will have some sort of hint in here if you have no idea what you're looking at. Look closely at the words, in this case, since pig is quoted. That's definitely a hint. Okay, let's start a document. All right, so I'm going to transcribe the information from the puzzle into the sheet. I'm also going to insert a column here that's the order that it originally appeared in. Sometimes that's useful in case you need to sort the data. You can get it back to the original order. All right, this looks good. Now let's put in the messages using the Pigpen to decipher. I'm going to see if there's an easy way to do this. Okay, so each of these corresponds to a letter. There's actually easier ways to represent the Pigpen cipher than this, but this will do. So this first one is the letter P. Great. Second one is the letter R. Third one is I. S O N. Okay, that spells a word, so that's encouraging. I think we're on the right track. I'll go ahead and fill the rest of these in using this cipher sheet. Okay, HJEIQ. I wonder if they're trying to throw us off. You know, I'm actually going to, I think it'll be easier if I pull up another representation of Pigpen, because usually it's done with everything in a single diagram. Okay, let's see. So Wednesday at 6 p.m. So now the first symbol is the this symbol here matches up with this one here, and since it has no dot, that's U. For that dot, it would be Y. So let's fill that in. Oh yeah, so U, the next one is T, then the empty box is E. X. All right, this is not making any sense. I have some suspicions about what we'll need to do, but let's go ahead and finish the rest of these. I think that might help us figure out. All right, just because Saturday at 9 p.m. is so long, rather than enter it, because I'm pretty sure if I enter it, it will be gibberish, let's see if we can figure out what needs to happen here. So there's only 2 out of the 6 so far we've seen spell actual words. That's Sunday at noon and Friday at midnight. And the fact that all of the times are one of the 4 cardinal directions in the clock, and the 2 that make sense correspond to the hour hand pointing upward, makes me think that what we need to do is take the time into account to somehow rotate the ciphertext, and then we'll be able to get a message out that is coherent. So let's take a look at this again. So let's go back to Monday at 6 p.m. And since noon represents the clock hand facing upward and 6 p.m. is the clock hand facing downward, let's try rotating these 180 degrees. See what we get now, if it makes more sense than HJEIQ. So for the first one, instead of a downward facing empty square, we're going to use an upward facing one. So that is B. The second symbol is upper left with a dot, so we're going to transform that to lower right with a dot, R. Okay, and similarly of the box. So the box, since it rotates 180 degrees, it stays a box, so that's just going to be the empty box E. Lower right becomes upper left A, and bottom with a dot becomes top of the dot K. Okay, so this obviously makes more sense now. It translates into break. So if the time is 6 p.m., that means to rotate 180 degrees. There's one more 6 p.m., so let's do that next. Y, next, okay. All right, great. And now let's figure out how 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. work. I can see it going either way. So what I'm going to try to do is Tuesday at 3 p.m. We know that this upward-facing box has to correspond to either a leftward-facing box or a rightward-facing box. I'm not sure which it's going to be. And the box with a dot is going to stay a box with a dot. So it's either going to be MN or ON. And obviously we want the one that spells a word, so ON. So this means to translate the ciphertext before you decode it, you need to rotate, at 3 p.m. you need to rotate everything to the right by 9 degrees. That way actually makes the most sense. So I probably could figure that out. But for the leftward facing one is going to be 9 p.m. So let's try that on this Thursday at 9 p.m. Okay, prison break on Tuesday, meet at. Okay, and so now this last one is also at 9 p.m. So we need to rotate everything in this leftward by 90 degrees. Okay, Columbia River Brewing. Prison Break on Tuesday, meet at Columbia River Brewing. So I think that's probably the answer to this puzzle. Let's take a look at one more time just to make sure there was nothing we missed. One thing we did not use is the days of the week, but I think that's not important. I think that that's just to give you the ordering, just to add a sense that this was a bunch of messages delivered over time. Other than that, I don't see anything. Yeah, I think that's probably it. Let's go ahead and check our answer. I want to make sure I didn't miss anything because we don't have any way to go back if we got the wrong answer. The complete solution to this puzzle will lead you to the bar. Right, the complete solution to this puzzle will lead you to the bar. If you get stuck, call Puzzled Pint helpline. Okay, so these days, Puzzled Pint solutions just become like some piece of text that you use in order to find the location. But I guess back then in 2013, the answer to the puzzle was the actual location. So let's make sure that Columbia River Brewing is a real place in Portland, Oregon. Yeah, Portland, Oregon. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to stop the timer here. Cool. So, yeah, I'm just going to wrap up what I think about this puzzle. I thought this was really good. I think it's very interesting the way they used a common pig pen cipher, which you'll encounter a lot, but they put a twist on it by having you rotate it different ways. And I thought that the mechanic of using the time of day to tell you which way to turn it was very well done. My favorite part about it, I thought this was actually really good, and it's kind of subtle because it's easy to get it wrong, is that when I was solving it, basically, the answer is all in the last piece, but the other pieces are great because they let you make sure you understand the mechanic, and you'll notice I saved the answer part for last because I was trying to make sure I understood the mechanic using the shorter parts. I thought that was a good way to get the right flow of the puzzle for somebody solving it. So yeah, I think this is really good. Good job to whoever made it. I guess they don't put the author's name on it back then, but good job. All right, well, thank you for joining me for this video, and hopefully I've learned something about making these videos. See you next time.